Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas
Game number 3 at the Convocation Center today sees the Southern Tornadoes take on the Notre Dame Titans. As we are down now in the smallest school division, which is Division 7. Portsmouth Notre Dame looking to try and knock off the number 1 seed in the region in the Southern Tornadoes. A lot of traveling purple from Racine, just about 35 minutes down the road. Notre Dame a little bit farther away, but still plenty of support here in our lower bowl up in the front. As we'll see who comes out on top in this one. This is best on best right here. Southern comes in 21-2 overall. They ran through the TVC Hockey. Didn't lose a single game in conference this season. And their last loss was all the way back on December the 13th. They've won 19 straight games, Daniel. Insanely impressive. They started the season 2-2.
Yeah, it's been a very good season for Southern. They've got 2 1,000-point scorers on the squad, Andre Chandler and Reed Bringer. We saw Southern back when they took on Trimble earlier this winter in a game that came right down to the wire. The Tomcats, who lost to this Portsmouth Notre Dame squad by 30 points a couple weeks ago in the playoffs, they took Southern right down to the wire. I think they actually had like a 10-point lead at halftime in that game, but Southern just too much for the Tomcats in that one, and they've been too much for just about everybody.
And then what might be the most interesting part of this whole game story is on the opposite sideline with Portsmouth Notre Dame. They come in at 18-5. They also went unbeaten in conference play. They won 10 games in the SOC1. They won their last 5. They lost 5 games. They lost a couple really tight ones to some other teams. In fact, a team we'll see in our next matchup. They lost to South Webster back on February the 7th. But the most interesting part about this team, back on January the 9th, their head coach Matt Mader was fired mid-season. He was fired. There has not been a direct correlation. It was not a performance-related firing from the reporting that I have seen on it, but in steps assistant Josh Uday. And ever since he's come in, they've only lost 3 games. They've won a whole lot more than that. They were able to stay unbeaten in conference. And I think the continuity, right, it was assistant Uday was on Mader's staff. He got promoted to head coach midseason. And the Titans have not missed a beat, Daniel.
No, they have not. They're coming in 18-5, like you said. They went undefeated in the SOC1, and they've got a few players, Ethan, that really stand out. It's going to be Barbaritz for them, Garrett Barbaritz,
yep,
and Zion Berger. They're top 2 guys right there. Barbaritz averages 12 points per game, second team all-district, and then Zion Berger 8 points a game, third team all-district. They're going to need some big games here today if they want to take down this Tornadoes squad who, like you said, 19 straight wins, went undefeated at home, just 1 loss on the road. Ethan, they average 65 points a game, which is 23 more than they allow. They're beating opponents by 23 points per game, and now this Notre Dame squad beats opponents by 16 points a game. So 2 really, really good matchups. You said it, best on best coming up here from the Convocation Center.
We have 2 teams looking to repeat as district champions tonight. Notre Dame right here, they won this district last year, and then South Webster in our second game. They're also looking to repeat. We'd be very, very poorly served if we did not discuss number 32 for the Southern Tornadoes. Reed Bringer, this guy's an absolute superstar. Was a monster at Meigs last year, transfers back to his hometown Southern, and he has led the Tornadoes. He is the player of the year in the Southeast District for this Southern squad, and he is the leader of this team. 24 points a game, Daniel.
Yeah, unreal season for Reed Bringer. And you just look at him down on the floor. Just his presence is what has helped lead this Southern squad so far this year. It's not just him, but it's Andre Chandler as well. These 2 together are so hard to stop. Andre Chandler running point for this Southern team, able to find open players all over the floor. His handles are absurd. We're going to see it here tonight. And this is a really, really good Southern team that's going to be very hard to beat here in the Convo.
Very, very difficult. And again, Southern has not been here to the Convo in over a decade. as they look to try. And again, what a season it has been, historic by a lot of measurements. Southern averages about 65.5 points per game, only allow about 42 points a game. Again, they held conference opponents to well under 40 points a game. As Notre Dame are rolling here into the Convocation Center, looking to try and repeat as district champs. A couple of these big players from last year's team that lost by just 2 points in the regional championship game in Region 27 to that South Webster squad. We had that game on our Total Media airwaves. What a game that was. It was 38-36. South Webster were able to get it done in that one. Look at this traveling Southern crowd. What a great crowd they brought in over from Racine. Daniel, let's get you these starting lineups, which are of course presented by Top Tier Customs. This opening matchup, or all these matchups here at the Convocation Center, are presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. Daniel, I'll let you start us off with the technical visitors wearing their all navy with the gold and white trims, the Titans of Notre Dame.
Let's meet the Titans. It'll be a starting 5 of Archie West, Garrett Barbards, Bryce McGraw, Zion Berger, and Kennedy McGraw. Oh, those are your starting 5 once again. It's West, Barbards, Bryce McGraw, Zion Berger, and Kennedy McGraw. And you flip it over for the Tornadoes, and it'll be Andre Chandler, Jake Wickline, Lane Edwards, Case Nelson, and of course, Reed Brenninger, Chandler, Wickline, Edwards, Nelson, and Brenninger. For the Tornadoes, the Titans going through their starting lineups down on the floor.
Yeah, keep an eye on, they'll have a couple of guys come off the bench, both these teams. Keep an eye on Sawyer Rutman as well. Rutman and Stombach will both come off the bench for Notre Dame. And then for Southern as well, they've got a couple of guys that can come off the bench and make some big impacts. Case Nelson is starting, but he'll be in there. Keep an eye on, where is he? Caden Hupp, I believe, comes off the bench. A couple of these other guys, they aren't as deep, but obviously you'll see Reed Bridger. And again, you got to give it. Look at this turnout. Big time.
Everybody on their feet for Southern. I mean, there's so many of them that they got to spill into
They're
the
up into the second deck.
So, Ethan, one more interesting note about Portsmouth Notre Dame is obviously they played 2 playoff games, right? Trimble, they won by 30.
Yep, I was on the call for that game.
Latham Western, they won by 10, but that game went to overtime.
Yes,
their
I
last
saw that.
time out.
Yep.
So they dominated the overtime period against Western en route to winning by 10, but a very tight matchup their last time out. We'll see how they start here tonight.
Both of these teams, it's interesting here in the Southeast region, Division 7, they're Division 7, they won't play against each other. So the winners of this game will face off in a potential, it could be a regional finals. Look at this, there's a huddle here at center court for Southern as they gear up and get ready to go. This is the Southeast 1 bracket. The winner of this one will take on the East winner, which will be Malvern. That regional championship was yesterday. Malvern won 44-32 over Hannibal River. So the winner of this game will face off with Malvern in the regional semifinal. That'll be up at Ohio Dominican University. Reed Brenninger will take the tip-off against Kennedy McGraw.
In a second.
Eventually.
Our ref faking us out.
I think he's just telling the elbows get by. Brenninger does win the tip. And we're underway at the Convocation Center. Over on the other side of the bracket, on the Southeast 2 side, the winner of that next game as Chandler goes right up and in, getting it to work. It'll be Plain City Shekinah Christian. They were the 1 seed on the Central bracket. They will play the winner of our next game tonight as Southern. They haven't reflected it on the score yet. They have it reflected on the points, but not on the total score. It is 2-0 in favor of the Tornadoes.
Andre Chandler wasting no time, not even a pass, just went right to the rack on the left side.
Chandler is a loudmouth in both his play and on the court as well. He will do some talking, and the thing is, he's got the play to back it up as well. Brenninger very nearly ripped that one away. He did rip it away, but it went out of bounds. And now I think there is a little bit of a look at the scores table. They haven't, and now, yeah, they're going to get one of the students to come over and help them out. And that's going to be out of bounds off of Andre Chandler last. Him and Bryce McGraw over there fighting.
As they've been able to update the box scores up in the top left corner of the scoreboard, but the actual score itself not being
Still
reflected.
0, yeah.
So
That's,
once again, it's 2-0.
That's connected to our board as well. Our great Total Media Stream crew been working extra hard, and you might notice this picture is in about as high quality as it can be. We've got it running in 4K for you guys, seeing it in as best quality as possible. Chandler very nearly ripped that away. Now he's got to work hard to get back into the play. Inside now goes Bryce McGraw, who will take some shots early and often here in this game. Now, falling to the floor there was, I believe, Wickline. The floater came up short from McGraw. Now back up the other way goes Case Nelson, and there's a foul on Berger, I should say.
And they just have not wasted any time with the ball in their hands. We're a minute and a half into this game, but Southern's probably had the ball for a combined 15 seconds. Zion Berger picking up that foul.
I think now they're going to stop this game, try and figure out that issue. They have the 2 points for Chandler. They have a rebound assigned to Reed Brininger, who averages about 8 of those a game.
We'll keep score for you here.
We got it for the most part. You're going to have to challenge my math skills, maybe. As Nelson gets it. Maybe they just needed another point to go through for it to reflect. We'll see.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
It's literally the only part of the scoreboard that's not working is the actual score.
They're working on it over in the scorers table. Second is no good, but the rebound goes right to Chandler. His little floater comes up short. Another rebound by Chandler. He'll cover up in front of the basketball. It'll be a held ball. That will go to the Titans.
I mean, he's the smallest guy on the floor.
Yep.
And he just got 2 offensive rebounds. Obviously, the second one turning into the tie-up, so he wasn't able to completely secure it. I wonder if they give him 2 rebounds for that, though.
I think they should. He definitely had possession.
I don't know if he ever did truly have control. We'll find out.
Barber, it's up the floor. He gets it to Bryce McGraw. Barber, it's second team all-district, averages a little over 12 points a game for this Portsmouth Notre Dame squad. Barber, gets it back from McGraw. There are 2 McGraws on the floor, of course, Bryce and Kennedy. There is Bryce McGraw, and he'll have his shot blocked. Barberitz with good effort there to keep that in bounds. It's 3-0 right now in favor of Southern. It's a convocation center issue. We're working on that score, but we'll keep you updated. There's a spinning shot for Barberitz, no good. Rebound goes to Reed Brininger. Brininger slashing inside with the speed, and he comes up a little short, slipped, coming back down the floor. Man, he's quick. One of the faster players you'll see on the floor. And then Chandler not too far behind him in the speed department. Borger now out at the left elbow. He'll bounce it inside. And it goes back out. Again, Jeff Caldwell, the head coach for the Southern Tornadoes. He's been in and around the TVC for a number of years with a couple of different schools. Of course, his father, Howie, a legend over at Trimble. McGraw inside to Berger. Berger now gets it back to Garrett Barberitz, who lost the handle. Brininger takes it away. Brininger splitting between 2. He'll go right inside, and it'll be a blocking foul on Berger. That's a second on him already as well.
You talked about it, Ethan. That speed from Reed Brininger is off the charts. I would not want to line up with him.
No, Berger will have to check out. So Sawyer Ruttman now will come into the game. Now a long 3, that's no good. Rebound picked back up by Jake Wickline.
And it was tipped out by Chandler, too. He's had his hands all over this basketball early today.
Ethan Kingray is into the game now, number 42 for Notre Dame. Sawyer Ruttman is number 3. He's in now. And now it's tipped away. Bridger, wow, what a save to keep that in. Actually, it wouldn't have mattered if he kept it in. It was tipped. So he could have gone into the backcourt. Don't think he knew much about it, though. Inside now, back, trying to get it out to Bridger. He didn't have the handle. He didn't grab it right.
He didn't look it in.
No, he did not. Going now, Barber, it's long, 3 for the tie. That comes up empty.
It's like in football when a wide receiver drops a pass that they shouldn't have. They just didn't look it into their hands. Bridger was looking down at the floor before the ball was actually in his hands there.
You see it a lot when those receivers are trying to look upfield for extra yards. In this case, on the hardwood, it's usually they're looking up or they're either at their opponent or they're looking up at the basket.
Yeah.
And you don't, like you said, they don't look it in. Now into the corner. Bridger on the inside. Looking to try and get it back to Lane Edwards. Edwards lost the handle. And Archie West picks it up. Still have not worked out the issue up top. It is 3-0. No, Notre Dame have not scored here in these opening 5 minutes. They'll have a chance to change that right here with 2 free throws.
It's 3-0. They don't really look like they're even working on it over there at the scores table either. They might have to be waiting for a dead ball, a timeout, or a quarter change or something. We've got 2 gentlemen standing behind the scores table who were called over to help, and they're just watching the game.
Barberitz. First free throw is good.
3-1 Southern.
Thank you, Lou. He's helping us out there. He's announcing the score.
One of the best in the game.
Yep, they have him do a little bit of everything.
3-1 Southern.
And he does a little bit of everything. I would love to, like, obviously that's his job. Like, he's down there in his element, like, calling from the sidelines, doing the PA. What do you think he'd sound like in our position? Like, actually calling
I've
the game.
thought about that before.
Yeah.
PA guys.
Yeah.
Like some of those guys that have
You and I have both done some PA work in the past.
Yeah.
I did some stuff for the Copperheads. You've done some stuff around it. It's different, right?
You know, you get those PA guys with such, like, PA tone voices.
You know who would be a great PA guy?
Carl Blaylock.
Carl Blaylock. Dylan Bly, I think, would be a really good PA guy. Because he's got those similes all out, those metaphors. You think, Lou's the king of that, right? But Dylan Bly's got some great ones as well. Yep. Here's a long 3 from Chandler that comes off the back bumper. A tough attempted rebound, and eventually it's picked up. Reed Rittiger comes up to try and grab it away, and he could not. Good effort, though, from number 32 for the Tornadoes.
So it is 3-1.
Yes.
Right now, Southern in front.
3-1 Southern. Bryce McGraw's back on the floor for Portsmouth Notre Dame. Fires it into Archie West. Now into the game, mentioned him in the pregame. This is Jackson Stombach. He had it ripped away by Chandler. Chandler then had it ripped away by McGraw. This will stay with the Tornadoes down here. This is a low-scoring first half, even more so than that last first half we saw.
Yeah, that first quarter
I should say.
Yeah. You know Southern can turn it on.
Right.
Just like that. They've only had the ball probably 4 or 5 times, to be honest with you.
Bridger speeding inside, putting it up. What is that? My goodness. And now we're going to get a stoppage. Chandler maybe with a cut or something on the hand.
Southern 5, Notre Dame 2.
5-2. I mean, how did he make that?
I have no idea. It's
just absurd.
A crazy good shot.
He was on the other side of the rim, stretched his left hand all the way underneath and just threw it up. It was like a Steph Curry floater that just fell. Like a rim magnet. That's Reed Bridger for you. Get used to it because you're going to hear his name a lot tonight.
Yep, he is the onus, the focus of this Southern team. Chandler had to get a quick wrist wrap on that left wrist. Chandler is a right-handed shooter.
Southern 5, Notre Dame 2.
5-2 as Lou helpfully announces. We'll keep you updated again. Some scoreboard issues here inside the Convocation Center, but we will keep you updated with the score. It's 5-2 at the moment. Southern with a 3-point lead. Now Bridger keeps it in the front court. Now it gets over the time straight from Barberitz. West looking inside. Still no field goals yet for Portsmouth Notre Dame. And now Bryce McGraw has it at the right elbow. He shimmies by one. Now he tries to feed it over to Stombach. And the pass was a little behind him, so he had to check back out. Now we're the game. This is Keegan Fowler. He gets it into West, and he puts it up and in. Portsmouth Notre Dame. Been here before. The experience. Might that show through today. It's 5-4 Southern. Inside for two. Nice finish. Case Nelson going right up to the cup.
Such a tough take to the rack right there.
7-4. We will keep you updated on the score again. Scoreboard not really working in the Convocation Center. Now looking inside. Kick out. No good.
Brininger tried to go behind the back there in between defenders.
Southern crowd doesn't like it. And now they switch it.
Yeah, that was absolutely off of Notre Dame.
Yep.
Ref was right there on it.
Yeah, I think one of the
got in front of him or something.
Yeah, one of the back refs came in and correctly overruled him. 1:15 to go. Again, it's 7-4 Southern. Brininger fakes inside. Now he gets it back. Had it ripped away again. West is able to get it by Chandler, and he'll run it out for two. Archie West. Now we're going to get a foul on West coming down the floor there on Chandler.
I don't know about that, Ethan. He was just, like, yeah, he had his hand on him, but he was just running side by side right there. I don't know. That's pretty ticky-tacky right there. We'll see if that trend continues throughout this game.
Inside now, Chandler will have it. It is, again, it's 7-6 now. Tornadoes lead it by one. Again, having scoreboard issues if you're just joining us in the Convocation Center. Case Nelson out to the three for Chandler. That comes up short. Rebound Barberitz, but he lost the handle. It's quickly stolen back by Jake Wickline. Wickline gets the 1-2. He's got to keep it in, and he stepped out of bounds. Seven, 6 it remains. Portsmouth Notre Dame maybe could take the lead here. We'll see how aggressive they are with this clock being where it's at. 23 seconds. Here is Bryce McGraw. Gets it over into the corner. Sawyer Ruttman.
Final shot here.
It will likely be the final shot. Ruttman over into the corner now for McGraw. 7 seconds. Ruttman has it back again. Drive inside. Stombach all alone. He finishes.
Gotta move.
We'll see if Chandler gets it up. He won't even try. And it's a 1-point lead for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame 8.
It's 8. I feel like it's not.
8-7.
It's 8-7. Okay. Again, that's why it's kind of tough. I really hope they work through this scoreboard issue here during the quarter break. I don't think it's helping anybody.
Now those guys behind the scores table are stepping up and they're going to work.
We'll step aside. Hopefully they can get that fixed here when we come back. You're listening to Convocation Center coverage on Total Media Sports.
Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
First quarter, it appears we have a scoreboard. It is 8-7. Again, relying on me to count is just not a good idea most of the time.
We learned that one throughout the winter.
Right.
Tornado possession to be in the second period.
Especially when you go to some of these games and you got to keep stats and whatnot. Like, you know, we're lucky here at the Convocation Center. The great crew down there, they just fixed the scoreboard, but they keep stats, and we've got them up on the screen right in front of us. But, like, you know, you got to keep stats at some of those games. They're a little tough. Brenninger pull up for 3, no good. Brenninger hasn't quite gotten things going just yet. Doesn't have any points.
He does have 2.
No, he does have 2, excuse me.
Crazy reverse
Yeah, he had
layup.
that wild reverse layup, exactly right. How could I forget? 2 rebounds to his name as well.
And we want to keep you keeping track of
right,
score.
and now he's stolen away. He somehow got it back. Now Brenninger right into the lane. Now he couldn't get the lay, and he catches the ball. And he stumbles out of bounds. So
I'm kind of surprised that wasn't a backcourt violation from Brenninger as well when he was on his
travel. There was a lot going on. I'm surprised there wasn't a whistle for something there. I don't even know.
When he was on his backside, the front was in the front court, and then his back kind of laid down in the backcourt, but they didn't call it. Ball don't lie.
Fired all the way across to Archie West. West back out up top to Garrett Barbaritz. Barbaritz top of the key. Looking for help, gets it from Kennedy McGraw. McGraw, that one dribbled off a foot maybe, but it stays inbounds. It stays with Sawyer Ruttman. Ruttman had that nice feed right at the end of the first quarter. Found West underneath. West got 4 points, 3 rebounds. Here he is. West looking to fire it all the way back out up top to McGraw. And he it looked like a little bit of an awkward landing there. Luckily, he gets up, pops right to his feet.
Yeah, he just tried to kind of lob that thing down low to the baseline, kind of get it behind the defender, but where McGraw could come down with it. It wasn't a horrible pass, but McGraw just couldn't get the handle.
It seemed like he kind of landed on an ankle incorrectly or something like that, and he just fell over. Kind of a very similar thing to what happened to Brenninger a couple possessions ago. Now, Chandler will get it into Reed Brenninger. He'll dump it back off to Lane Edwards. Out up top, Murphy Dunphy will get it, and he'll get it over to Wickline. Chandler, little pull-up jumper. That one's short. Wickline charges in for a board. He'll put up the 3. No good short. Can he save this one? No, he can't. He flies into the Notre Dame bench.
And you know why he wasn't able to come down with that rebound is because he didn't follow his board. He kind of started taking a couple hop steps towards midcourt. If he had just kind of stayed where he was or charged it, he would have been right there for that rebound. Instead, he kind of started to get into that little taunt, jog,
he might have thought it was good, right? You know, it was online from our vantage view.
Oh, I'm not trying to sound like an old head. Oh, you gotta stop taunting so much. Just the fact of the matter.
Keegan Fowler kicks it on the outside to McGraw. McGraw to McGraw connection there. Kennedy McGraw now with it. He's looking to spin in. He'll get it out to Berger, who's back into the game now. West spinning at the Mac logo. He'll get it back to Bryce McGraw. He shakes off the screen. Goes that way. He's got Chandler on him. Chandler stuck with him tight. Fowler at the free throw line. Back out up top to Kennedy McGraw. Patience right now. The name of the game for the Titans of Notre Dame. All the way back now, McGraw has it again. Fowler, top of the key. Rolls through, now Berger. Got Brenninger on him. Berger still has it. Brenninger trying to poke it away. Now West gonna try and slice all the way through. Can't get the rebound. The rebound now does go to Berger, and he's able to cash in the second chance.
That's our first bucket of this quarter. First points of this quarter.
Yeah, the offenses have been slow to start this one off. That was a good temp by Nelson, and it's gonna be out of bounds.
Timeout, Southern.
And Southern calls a timeout.
It's a full timeout.
It'll be a full timeout. Maybe we'll see if they can get their offense going. Right now, it's slow goings for them. Notre Dame just a nose ahead right now, 10-7 in the second quarter here on Total Media Sports.
factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
10-7, slow offensively right now. Neither team necessarily shooting the lights out. We actually haven't had a single made three yet in this game. Either way. Southern shooting just 23% from the field.
And Ethan, Southern is trying to move with such great pace that they're not really getting the best looks at the rack. They're just going so fast that they're kind of wild in the lane. Eventually, you got to feel like they're going to start falling for a team that scores 65 a game.
And to the corner now. We saw with Portsmouth West in our last game as McGraw puts up a three. That one comes up short. Brininger able to grab the rebound. That's his fourth. Brininger over to Case Nelson. Chandler long range three. Yes! Tie game. Southern gets it going from behind the three-point arc. The referee just fell right over the player that was about to check in. No good there on the take from Luke Hamilton off the bench. Now he's trying to charge down onto Nelson. Brininger, little stop jumper, and that is smooth as butter.
They just go so fast. It's so hard to keep up with. And I don't hate that timeout right there from Josh Uday.
Just feel momentum kind of swinging back towards Southern.
Absolutely. You got to slow that down whenever you can, if you can. It's only a 5-0 run in about 20 seconds time, but you can just kind of feel that energy.
They just got two to fall that had not really fallen all game, right?
And it's from their top two players,
Of course, yeah. Chandler Long, that was a college range three.
Oh, yeah.
And then Brininger, I mean, he's so good in that little range right there, in and around the bucket. And that, I don't think that even grazed the rim. That was right down the middle. And it's a 12-10 lead now for Southern. The scoreboard is up and working. Appreciate those guys down there on the floor getting that fixed. It was pretty much during that first quarter break they got it sorted out.
They just had to wait for play to be stopped.
Yeah, Hamilton in trouble. McGraw gets it over the time stripe. This is Ethan Kingray. Back over to Hamilton. Now Bryce McGraw has it once again at the left elbow. He gets it over to Jackson Stombach. A little bit congested over there. Out to McGraw. He tries to spin into the lane, and we get a foul. And Jeff Caldwell was unhappy, not with the call, but I think with what his players did. I think he was just frustrated that they committed a foul on that spot. That was the, excuse me, Daniel, that was the first foul of the second quarter.
It's just 5-2 right now in this quarter.
Yeah, the offense still remains slow. Inside Barber, it's lost it, somehow got it. The Southern fans want to travel. Berger inside for two. Tied up once again at 12. Over now, Chandler, got to face guard him high. Now into the corner, three ball, that's money. Reese Johnson off the bench.
Reese Johnson.
You got guys off the bench that can hit shots like that.
That was a tough shot, too, over a couple of bodies. Into the corner now, this is Sawyer Ruttman. Jump step, nice feed. Stombach just couldn't quite corral it. Now Berger in the corner for a three, rattles out. Board goes back to Lane Edwards.
It was such a good look. You talked about it.
Kick out Chandler. Nelson. Back to Brininger and out up top to Chandler. Inside, Brininger for two, in and out. Barberitz has it again.
He puts such a good touch on his shots.
Another thing you'll notice, I'm not sure how well you can really tell on our great cameras, as I'll get back to that in just a second. Run out attempt coming out here. Chandler right to the cup for two. Next time you watch Reed Brininger pull up for one of those jumpers, notice how high in the air he gets.
We're under 2 minutes.
Notice the jumper height that he gets on his shots.
His vertical.
As Barbaritz, right to the cup, got it. Maybe could have gotten a foul there, wasn't called.
Barbaritz, the basket.
Chandler quickly up the floor. Over to Brininger. Pump fake the first pass. Now he does get it to Case Nelson. Jump step inside. Chandler, top of the key. Why not? That one comes up short. Rebound. Johnson. He gets fouled. Reese Johnson has injected a nice bit of energy off the bench for this Southern squad. Hit a three a couple of moments ago.
Garrett Barbaritz with the foul. That's his first.
Now he will shoot a couple of free throws. 17-14, 1:21 to go in this first half. This was actually the exact score that we saw in the first half of the last game, and we saw what Portsmouth West were able to do after the halftime locker room. Southern will go in with at least a few more points than the Senators did.
On the floor right now, Ethan, it's 8-4 in terms of rebounds in favor of Southern. We did just get a substitution.
Now, second shot is up and in. Two free throws. Nelson, 5 off the bench.
That makes it even better. It is 10-4. 10-5 now.
19-14, Southern with the lead. And now we get a foul on Nelson. It's going to be a second personal foul on him.
Second.
Looking on the inbound now. West dumps it right back to Barbaritz. Barbaritz, 4 points so far. Back out to Sawyer Ruttman. Ruttman looking for help, gets it for Barbaritz. Want them to get Barbaritz going a bit more. I mean, he's had some moments, but this is a guy that can turn a game around on a dime. So far, good defense from Southern, and Barbaritz, that entry pass a little too high. Barbaritz couldn't quite get up for that one. They've got Barbaritz listed at 6 foot flat. Probably needed a little bit more than he got there, as that pass a little too high. Now, Wickline looking to feed it inside for Nelson. What a dish that was down low to Brininger. That spinning jumper is cash. That's his spot. There along the baseline. That's the second one he's hit. 6 points, 4 boards for Brininger. Now Chandler, high defense on Ruttman. Berger has it again. A little push off there on Wickline, and he's fouled.
These are big free throws coming up with 15 seconds to go in the half. The Southern team has outscored Notre Dame 14-6 in this quarter. Need a couple points headed into the locker room.
Yes, you do, and it's 6:20. It's still very light outside. We pushed the clocks forward today.
It's only 6:20.
Right. We first day of daylight savings time. So now's the time, right? You get those. I mean, these one of my favorite times of the year right about now, or this stretch between. We get March Madness coming up, conference tournaments this week, March Madness next week. I busted out the golf clubs for the first time this year on Friday. Beautiful. I hit the ball really well.
Course muddy?
It was a little muddy. It was a little muddy for sure. Rebound was tipped out. Up ahead, quick pace offense from the Tornadoes. Gets back to Chandler. He'll kick out. Wide open at the top is Johnson. That one's off the front of the rim. Rebound, 2 seconds. Can they get a shot off here? No, they cannot. Fowler could have caught that. He might have had a quick chance to turn around and fire. And Southern's got a 6-point lead into the locker room. We'll be back, break down that first half on our halftime report, presented by Jordan Thornsbury of Key Realty Group. And tonight's broadcast is presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. We'll be right back from the Convo. Southern lead it by 6.
factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
Back at the Convo, 6 minutes and change to go here at halftime. Tornadoes on top by 6, 21-15, and it's been an interesting first half, Daniel. A lot of near misses, no threes yet for Notre Dame, couple for Southern. They're 2 for 9 from behind the line. And what do you think the Tornadoes, I think, what were the adjustments they made from the first to the second quarter? Because there was a decided improvement in Southern's play. They scored 14 points in that second quarter as opposed to just 7 in the first.
I don't know if there was necessarily anything that they did to improve their looks or anything like that. I think that they just started hitting their shots. It was one of those situations where we saw with Portsmouth West in this last game was how they only scored 17 points in the first half. It was a struggle in that first quarter, and then they just exploded in the second half. I think we saw that begin a little bit for Southern in that second quarter, and they scored 14 points, and they were able to get Brenninger and Chandler going a little bit. Going into the halftime break, Chandler's got 7 and Brenninger's got 6. I really think it's just a matter of the shots just started to fall a little bit for them. And on the other side of things for Portsmouth Notre Dame, they've gotten the looks as well. It just, unlike Southern, they just haven't been falling for them as much as they would want to. They've actually gotten more looks at the rack than Southern has. Notre Dame shooting 38, they're both shooting 38% from the field. So it's been pretty even all throughout this first half. I think Portsmouth Notre Dame has to figure out a way to slow Southern's pace down coming into the second half.
It's going to be really interesting to see kind of what the adjustments will be from Portsmouth Notre Dame. don't think they quite got their offense going. All right, they didn't really, less about shots, and like they're shooting 37.5% from the field right now. They didn't really get a lot of shots up in general. They had a lot of free throws, a couple of turnovers in that end. Just kind of felt like they're just a little bit out of sync. We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. I trust that they will be able to. Josh Uday, good head coach, made some good adjustments at halftime throughout this postseason. As we get ready for this second half, again, the winner of this one will be taking on the winner of the East 1 bracket over on the opposite side, which is Malvern. Malvern from the east side, they took down Strasburg Franklin in the opening round. They actually made it all the way from the play-in round. You want to hear how crazy that is? They had to play a play-in game, so Malvern had to win 4 games to win a district championship, which is pretty rare.
Just to get to the Sweet 16.
They took down Tuscarawas Central Catholic 67-40. They defeated Steubenville Central Catholic 71-38. They took down Strasburg Franklin 58-46. And then after 1 seed Frontier was upset by River, River faced off with Malvern, and Malvern won that one 44-32. So the winner of this one will face off with Malvern up at Ohio Dominican later next week. We'll step aside here on Total Media Sports. This was your Jordan Thornsbury Key Realty Group halftime show. We'll be back with the second half when we return here on our Convocation Center coverage presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place, it's a place to belong.
Jordan Thornsbury with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Second half action about to get started here. It's a 6-point lead for the Southern Tornadoes over the Portsmouth Notre Dame Titans. 21-15 lead. Portsmouth Notre Dame will get the basketball here out of the break. Archie West will inbound.
See how the shot selection looks here for the Titans to get started. I know you talked about wanting to see a couple more shots get put up in general. You start with a steal right away.
A miss, and Bringer right down the cup and into the lane for 2.
That defense, that defensive pressure for the Tornadoes. Face guarding defenders, forcing the turnover. And almost another one.
Very nearly. Very, very nearly. Again, Southern took down White Oak in their district semifinal earlier last week. Southern were dominant in that one. They had a 41-19 lead at halftime.
Yeah, they beat Sciotoville 79-20.
Yeah, 14 of the 21 wins that Southern have this year by 20 or more points. There's a nice spin inside by Berger for 2. Back up the floor now goes Jake Wickline. Wickline looking to feed inside, spinning out now and getting it back to Lane Edwards. Back out atop now. Wickline, he's got the shooting sleeve on his right arm. Back over to Andre Chandler, jump step, and he's fouled. That'll be 2 free throws for the point guard for this Tornado squad. Talismanic, he's been there for a long time. We saw a really cool moment earlier this year where both Brininger, who obviously is just a junior, and then Chandler, the senior, both actually hit 1,000 points in the same night for Southern.
You don't see 1,000 points a lot, let alone 2 in the same
night. Right? Isn't that wild? Chandler's first free throw doesn't go. He chucks something. I think it's that wrist wrap from the first half, if you remember that.
And like a little wristband on or something like that.
Yeah, he had that wrist wrap on his, because he had that little, I think it was a little cut on his wrist or something. Mm-hmm. And he can't get the second to go either. He's a little frustrated with himself as they run back down the floor.
Yeah, that's rare. 2 misses.
And he makes up for it right there with a steal. Now trying to go back the other way. He'll go right up and into the lane. Didn't take him long to make up for the missed free throws. 25-17.
Just weaving through traffic, in and out.
He's got 9 points, leading the way for the Tornadoes. Barbaritz back out up top, loose ball. Picked up there by Bryce McGraw. Now dribbling into the lane. Barbaritz lost the handle. Offensive foul.
Well, before that foul was even committed, Andre Chandler was looking off to the right side at his man that he was covering, only to look back and see the ball was 2 inches from him. He ripped it right out of the arms right there before that charge was even called. So he was about to have another steal. Regardless, they get the ball back. And
now we're going to get a tech. On who? On
Coach?
Chandler. They're going to get it on Chandler.
He must have said something.
He had to have said something.
I don't know what he could have possibly said. Because nothing went wrong.
No.
It ended up being it was a foul. It was a charge called on Portsmouth Notre Dame.
But it was after that.
He had laid in a bucket on the other side. I'm just trying to think of what he could have possibly been mad about.
I don't know.
Unless he said something derogatory about Portsmouth Notre Dame up
He
before.
did not complain very much. I'll say that. He did not protest that all that much.
No, he did not.
So
nobody was protesting.
He probably knew he said something he shouldn't have.
I'm just wondering if he said something about Notre Dame.
Who knows?
Calling them a bad team or something with some choice words.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Had to have been something along those lines. In any case, both technical free throws were made by Archie West, and after that, maybe a little momentum jolt there for the Titans. Bryce McGraw back out up top to West. West almost lost the handle, got it back to McGraw. Bryce McGraw going up towards the right, got it. Big moment there. It was an 8-point game. Now it's 4. Chandler trying to make up for the mistake. Spinning, firing into the lane. 3-ball, no good short. Soaring in for the rebound and getting enough contact there was Reese Johnson to get it back to Wickline. Now Chandler has it back. A second chance possession now for the Tornadoes. Inside Chandler. No good, just short on the reverse lay. Brininger trying to rip it away. Now Chandler frustrated with himself there as he couldn't get the finish.
Chandler's got 9 points, 2 assists, and a rebound, 1 personal.
And he can't pay a second technical, I believe, gets you ejected.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful if you're Andre Chandler. I get you're frustrated, but you are a key player for this Southern team. They need you in this game. Now inside, Barbaritz driving into the lane, and that's going to be a travel. He stumbled a little bit there as he was bouncing off bodies on the interior. Barbaritz still just to 4 points. Hasn't quite gotten it going just yet, number 22. Now Chandler has it once more. Brininger's got 8 and 4 points. Here he is. Brininger, little jump step into the lane, no good. Should have said jump shot. Instead, it was a little short there from Reed Brininger. Fired over to Archie West, who's got 6 points for the Titans. West will slice through a couple, trying to spin into the lane. Little floater, doesn't get the roll off the rim. Just rolled out. Brininger trying to go coast to coast, slicing down and finishing with the left hand.
Reed Brininger.
And he does it with both hands. It's not like he has a dominant hand. And both sides look the exact same for Reed. He's a fun player to watch.
There's another steal by Chandler. That's 4. Now he had it poked away by McGraw, but he got it back. Feeding it in wide open is Wickline for the 2.
An outstanding pass right there from Chandler.
Unselfish.
Had to one-hand fire that.
He's got 3 assists in this game. Leads everybody in the matchup. We're going to get a timeout. Portsmouth Notre Dame. 30 seconds in length.
30 seconds, timeout.
The turnovers ramping up here for Portsmouth Notre Dame in this third quarter. Still just an 8-point game. They got a nice break with the technical foul on Chandler, but you got to do a better job of ball security.
Absolutely.
At the very minimum.
Absolutely, they do.
Don't beat yourself.
Southern looking to try and keep their seasonal momentum rolling like we talked about in the open. It's 19 wins in a row. It's one of the longest win streaks in Southern basketball history. Jeff Caldwell has put together one heck of a roster down there in Racine, and they are not keen on letting this run end anytime soon. Got to finish the job here today, though, against the Portsmouth Notre Dame team that, again, is defending a district championship crown that they won last year. 29-21, Southern has the lead. All the way back into the backcourt for Sawyer Ruttman. You got to be careful with those quick hands, and that's an offensive foul. Just as careful with those quick hands from Chandler. He got close, little push off there from Ruttman. That's going to get called every time. And Chandler will call out the play here in the backcourt. Over into Wickline now. Back to Brininger, top of the key. Good switch there by Barbaritz. Inside now to Wickline. Wickline feeds it into the corner. Brininger pump fake. And he was fouled on the floor.
You saw Brininger turn around.
I think he thought he might have got travel. Yeah.
He threw his arms up like, what? Why are we blowing the whistle here?
Garrett Barbaritz, his third.
It's a third foul on Garrett Barbaritz, and that's a 4th foul of the quarter on Notre Dame. So
it tells you how light the contact was in order for the foul to be called, since Brininger was so confused about the whistle. Calling it tight. By the book.
By the book indeed. Inside. Chandler fires it all the way up top to Nelson, who's been relatively quiet today. He's got 3 points. Bridger pump fake, long three, no good. And then they're going to get a foul on the floor on, I believe, Wickline. Yes.
Foul charge to number 2, Jake Wickline.
It's a first foul on Wickline. He's got 5 rebounds and 2 points. Notre Dame just still really haven't got their offense going. It's interesting because they're actually shooting all right from the field, 42%, but the steals and the turnovers have been what's costed them in this game. The shots are going down. They're just not getting enough shots up. Fowler inside. Nice find. Berger can't get the finish. Offensive rebound. And that time the shot did not fall. Chandler. Kick out. Nelson, 3. No good off back bumper. Bridger tips it out. And Nelson keeps it in. Edwards now. Back over. Edwards again for 3. That's off. Right there is Nelson. Slicing in for the offensive rebound and the finish.
Now, that was awfully close to backcourt there from Lane Edwards.
Very. He had to jump over.
As he was in the backcourt getting back on defense, thinking that they didn't get the rebound.
10-point lead now for Southern. A couple of bodies hit the floor. The refs let them play on. And
yeah,
it's going to be Southern basketball.
I like the no call there. I didn't think there was enough contact to warrant a foul on either party involved in that. Southern up by 10. This is getting to be very dangerous territory for Portsmouth Notre Dame.
Yeah, you need a run here late in this third quarter. You don't want to let this get too far away, especially with Southern and how we know they can just start firing, and they have.
That's more what it is, because it's not necessarily that you need the run now. It's just that you can't let Southern go on the run.
Can't let them pull away. Absolutely not. That's a cross-court pass by Chandler into Nelson. Little floater, no good. Rebound there by Ethan Kingray. Back down the other way goes the Titans. McGraw on the inside. Little jump step into Kennedy McGraw. And his jumper comes up short. Who's this off of last? It's going to be Southern basketball. I think it's going to come off Kingray last. And Barbaritz will check back in with the 3 personal fouls. Only other player with 3 personals on the floor right now is Case Nelson for Southern. He's got 3 as well. Now back out to Nelson. Nelson swings it all the way across for Chandler. Chandler back over up top to Reed Brininger, who's got 10 points, 5 rebounds. Inside, Edwards, what a tough finish. He's fired up about it, as he should be. What a nice finish there from Lane Edwards.
These 5 on the floor complement each other so well.
They do. And they've even got great injections. You think about what Reese Johnson was able to do in that first half.
Our ref tried to get involved there.
Very nearly did. Chandler. Now they get a foul on Chandler, I believe. He looks confounded.
What was that word?
Confounded?
Is that confounded?
Yeah, confounded maybe. I might not be pronouncing it right.
Confused?
Let's just go with that.
Dumbfounded? Is that what you were looking for?
Maybe, you know, something like that.
It's been a long week.
It has been a very long week. A lot of basketball. We got to give a huge tip of our cap to our guys here at Total Media. They've been unbelievable. This is game 19 of 20 we've had across our networks this week, and we've had them all for you live on our Total Media
and more to come
YouTube
this coming
page.
week.
Yep, over 10,000 views across all of our games. In fact, a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
So, a huge shout out to our crew behind the scenes. A couple of great camera guys. Of course, Dylan Euler running the shot, calling the shots back here. Corbin, Will down on the floor. All those great photos. That's all Will. He's been on the floor for all these games. On our Facebook, I've seen them posted. They're doing great numbers. So keep you updated here if you're a fan of the Tornadoes or the Titans. You want to see some of those photos, make sure to go check us out on our Facebook at Total Media Sports. There's a pump fake inside. Here's a 3 for Kingray. That's off back bumper. Rebound Brininger. We're going to get a foul on the floor by Southern, so it'll stay with the Titans. 46 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Foul charge number 2, Jake Wickline. His second, 14th foul.
Wickline looking inside. Barbaritz got it up and in for 2. Right behind Wickline.
Garrett Barbaritz.
Had to have it there for Portsmouth Notre Dame. It's a 10-point game. We'll see. I'd imagine that Southern will probably try and hold here for a final shot. They will. All the way back out to Wickline. Don't imagine we'll see much offense for the next 20 or so seconds unless Wickline just drives inside. Now he gets it back out to Brininger. Notre Dame fans in front of us wanted to travel there. Brininger to Chandler at the logo, back over to Lane Nelson. He'll swing it all the way across from Brininger, and he'll get it back to Chandler. 10 seconds. Now they'll get it moving, you'd have to imagine. Over to Nelson. Nelson gets around the first. Brininger thought about the pull-up. Now he'll spin and fire. No good. Rebound Kingray. He thinking about putting that up. I don't know what he kind of did that little stop jab, like thought he was on the offensive side instead of the defensive.
That was something.
10-point game with 8 minutes to play here on Total Media Sports. The following is a presentation of Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. We'll be right back here on Total Media Sports.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Locally, you have been watching Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage presented by Visit Athens County.
Second half, fourth quarter. Here we go. The Southern crowd showing its appreciation. They've got a 10-point lead. They are not out of Dodge yet, but they feel pretty good about where they're at the moment. They've got the basketball here to start this fourth quarter. Southern enters it with 4 timeouts to their name. Notre Dame's got 3.
And they've got a 10-point lead, Ethan, and it feels like they really haven't gotten going tonight.
No. Inside, there's a steal. Archie West stuck to Andre Chandler there like glue.
Where games are lost on the inbounds passes.
Yeah, we saw a costly turnover by Eastern in that first game of the day that gave Peebles a chance to retake the lead late. Now inside. Garrett Barberitz at the right elbow. McGraw looking inside to Stombach. He can't get it to go. What a tough board that was by Brininger. And West kind of soared right above him. And no, they'll actually get the foul on Stombach.
Jackson Stombach, his first foul. That's also the team's first of the quarter.
First team foul there on Portsmouth Notre Dame. Wickline will bring this one up. We tick under 7:30 to play in this one. Case Nelson at the left elbow. Pump fake the pass inside, then gets it out to Andre Chandler. Chandler into the lane. What a feed that was to Lane Edwards. Got it.
Well deep for the triple Lane Edwards.
That was a lot of celebration on the way back.
There was.
I don't know if he was looking right at.
Yeah, it was close. I'll tell you that much. It was close. I would not have been surprised if that got called as a technical foul. That one is called a foul.
Because he wasn't looking at his bench. That's for sure. I think it was right at
Jackson
Stombach,
there,
on the way down.
First team foul.
That was a great finish, great shot. What a feed that was from Chandler.
Oh,
just an unbelievable
He's
pass
had
into the
some
corner.
great passes tonight.
He has. He brings that aspect, averages about 15 points a game. He's going to average another steal here. He's going to go right up into the lane for 2.
I mean, I wish we had replay on that because as soon as Chandler saw that ball go up, he knew it was long, and he literally ran behind.
That's
the Titan there.
5 steals for Andre Chandler.
Because he knew that ball was going into the backcourt.
Now driving inside McGraw. Nice feed. Berger can't get it to go. Inside, and Stombach will be fouled, so he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Quick 5-0 run.
Yeah, with a quick fire, 5-point movement there to get it up to a 15-point lead.
Jordan Stombach at the stripe, shooting 2 times.
Now, if you're Portsmouth Notre Dame, you can't afford any misses at the stripe. You can't afford any of these opportunities to be left on the table. You need everything, and Stambach gets the first. He's got 3 points now to go along with 3 rebounds off the bench.
You can correct me if I'm wrong here, Anthony.
Please.
I'm fairly surprised we haven't had one overtime game yet this week.
No, we were very close. That first game was very close to going overtime. Very well could have. But no, we have not had one overtime game. We've had some close one-possession finishes. We had that Ironton-Portsmouth game back on, I believe, Wednesday night.
The very first game
Portsmouth had a
last
chance
Friday,
to tie with a few seconds left. Yes, that
Marietta
Marietta
Miami
Miami Trace
came down
I
to
had
the
this
wire.
conversation with one of our colleagues over at SOSA, Carson Francis, good friend of ours. We were talking about the best games we'd seen this week as Chandler gets himself in a little trouble, gets out of it. And he brought up those two, and then I mentioned, well, that Peoples game might have been the best one we've seen. He's like, you know what? I think you're right. So that's probably a pretty clear top 3, I think, of all these games. Brininger nearly stumbled, a couple of slips there, and Southern will call a timeout. It'll be extended to a full 1-minute timeout. We'll step aside here. Southern trying to close it out. 6:20 to go. You're listening to our Convocation Center coverage here on Total Media Sports.
And proud to serve Jackson, Ohio. Top Tier Customs is here for all your vehicle needs. From expert car wrap to general maintenance and precision alignments, we do it all with pride and professionalism. Whatever you drive, we'll keep it looking sharp and running right. Call 740-577-0011 today to schedule your appointment. That's 740-577-0011. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at beliciofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
You have been watching Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage presented by Visit Athens County.
(38-25). Still not a single 3-point bucket for Portsmouth Notre Dame. Well over 20 minutes into this game. We're in the fourth quarter. And they're probably going to need that to change should they want to make a play. But Archie West with another steal, and then it's stolen right back by Chandler, and he can't believe it.
He's asking the ref for an explanation.
Not sure if he got one, to be honest.
He's a very calm demeanor player. Does not get fired up, which is why the technical was so surprising in that first half.
I still don't know what it was.
He very calmly said something.
He must have said, he had to have said something, sure, that he probably shouldn't have. There's probably only one person on this earth who really knows what he said. Maybe the referee if he heard it. Inside, West for 2, yes.
Oh, the referee had to have heard it if he called it second.
That's right. Whew. Lane Edwards getting it up the floor, gets it to Chandler. It's an 11-point lead. Now West trying to steal it away. Chandler, nice handles. Gets it over to Brininger. Chandler's got 11 to lead the way right now for Southern. Brininger has 10. Right now it's West who has the scoring lead for Portsmouth Notre Dame. Into the lane goes Edwards. He can't get it to go. Rebound picked up inside there by Kennedy McGraw. Now West goes back to Sawyer Ruttman. Ruttman gets it off. Barbaritz for 3. That's no good. Rebound inside by Ruttman. He feeds it inside. McGraw gets the 2.
Barbaritz has just been a non-factor here tonight. He's only got 6 points in this fourth quarter. Just 1 rebound for him, 3 fouls. It's been a tough night for him.
But he can get going at any given moment. And again, like we talked about a little bit yesterday, you have a slow 3.5 quarters, but you get going in the fourth. Nobody remembers the last 3. As that's going to be out of bounds off of Chandler.
We call it the witching hour.
Right. And now Notre Dame just starting to creep back a little bit. It's a 9-point game now.
We haven't seen many big-time comebacks this week. Obviously, you talked about the one earlier today with a 10-point comeback, but it didn't result in the win.
Yep. Well, you've seen a lot of teams do a really good job at keeping and holding their leads.
Yes.
Really been, especially defensively, a lot of those teams have been able to lock it down late. Ironton against Portsmouth, we saw them make some huge defensive late stands. And again yesterday against Wheelersburg as well. Now McGraw and Notre Dame trying to buck the trend a little bit. As now Southern will go up the floor. Bringer's all alone, and he'll lay it up and in for two.
I think half of this arena is waiting for him to throw it down.
Yeah. Don't want to risk anything. They'll give Reese Johnson the assist. Loose ball. Who's going to grab it? Timeout by Josh Uday. It was right in front of him down there on the Portsmouth Notre Dame bench. It'll be a full media timeout. We'll step aside as well. This game and these broadcasts are presented by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place. It's a place to belong. We'll be right back at the Convocation Center.
Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
(40-29) with 4:19 to play at the Convo for the Southern Tornadoes. They're trying to win a district championship for head coach Jeff Caldwell. And that squad for Southern. He's got Steve Randolph and Sean Kopik over there on his bench helping him out as assistant coaches. Notre Dame going back to work. This is Bryce McGraw. He's got Chandler on him. McGraw, step back over to Zion Berger. Barbaritz driving in. Brenninger came with a brief double. Barbaritz lost the handle, and it's out of bounds. Little fist pump there from Brenninger. He knows how important these stops are late.
And Brenninger and Barbaritz got tied up down there, and Brenninger was trying to get to his feet. He couldn't because his foot was tangled up.
Inside now, Chandler. Quickly down the floor, sprinting down into the lane. Now he stops and pulls back out. He's got the lengthier but potentially less shifty Kennedy McGraw on him. He'll jump over to the outside and get it over to Case Nelson. Nelson spinning away from Berger, now gets it to Brenninger, 3:35 and counting to go. And Notre Dame have only committed one foul. It's something to keep an eye on here as Southern try to close this one out. Over into the corner now. This is Wickline into Nelson. He'll kick it back out. Back into the game is Reese Johnson. Brenninger going into the cup hard. Leaving bodies everywhere, and he earns himself a couple of free throws.
A lot of time came off on that possession, too. Remember,
almost
when
a
they
minute.
Initially came down the floor. Andre Chandler looked like he was going to try to go coast to coast, backed it out, and got rid of 25% of this clock.
Yeah, almost a full minute off the clock there, like we just said. And 3:16 to go, and now Brenninger with a chance for two free throws. Again, for Notre Dame, I think you gonna have to start hitting threes here. You can't afford empties, and you can't really afford twos, honestly, with the deficit you're staring at the moment. It's a 12-point game, a chance for Brenninger here to make it a 13-point game. Brenninger's got 13 points, 6 rebounds, make it 14. Gotta push the pace here if you're Portsmouth Notre Dame and try and hang on to their district crown for a second straight season. Back out inside, kick out. Found Keegan Fowler, he slices in for the quick two. Good finish there, West. Now comes up for the quick press, Chandler. One of the more press-resistant players you'll find. He slices right by it. And now Southern will try and work some more clock. Again, no shot clock in the state of Ohio. West wanted a foul there as Wickline's elbow got a little high. Bridger, what a spin to get around Fowler. Bridger slices by Fowler a second time. Another spin. He kicks it into the corner for Chandler. Two guys in the same spot there, Chandler and Johnson. And now we've got 2:20 and counting. Chandler almost lost the handle there. He's got McGraw on him again. Brininger over at the right elbow. Brininger slicing inside. Pull-up floater. No good. Rebound. Kingray. Down the floor now goes West. 2:12, 2:11 counting. You got to hurry it up and move quickly if you're Portsmouth Notre Dame. West's got to get rid of it. He gets it over to McGraw. McGraw spinning into the lane. He comes up short.
2 minutes.
Rebound goes to Chandler. Uday wants a foul on the sideline. Southern crowd on its feet over there in the far corner. Brininger has it out up top. 1:43 to go.
And if Portsmouth Notre Dame really thinks that they have a chance, they have to start
fouling pretty quickly here, and that is what West does. Second personal for him.
I mean, an 11-point game with just over a minute and a half left, and they still have another foul to give after that foul. It's their third team foul.
1:37. It's an 11-point game. We've seen crazier things, but Portsmouth Notre Dame going to need to hit some big shots down the stretch here, and it's shots they really haven't been able to make, particularly the three ball, which has been their nemesis today. Inside, Brininger has it in the front court. They get it over inside. Wide open is Johnson all alone. And he puts it up and in, and Reed Brininger with another fist pump after the beautiful find. Quickly inside, McGraw will put it up, no good. Brininger gets it over to Chandler, and he'll be charged with the rebound. And that's a fourth foul. Kennedy McGraw just spiked the towel on the sidelines. Frustration, the name of the game. And Southern not there yet, but they can start to smell the district championship.
I mean, over a 4-score game at this point. Not even at the line yet. One more foul, and
one more will indeed send Southern to the line. We're going to get a timeout.
By Southern.
30-second timeout. What's impressed you the most about the Tornadoes, Daniel?
Just their speed and their ability to keep it up the entire game. They might not have the amount of points that they're used to scoring, but they are moving at such a high pace that it's just so tough to keep up with. And they're able to do so efficiently. They've shot 44%. That duo of Chandler and Brininger is just, it's going to be tough for any team to stop in the playoffs. This Southern team has what it takes to make a run at it all.
They are close. Not done yet, but they are close. And it would be a big moment for this squad. Been a couple years in the making. Chandler's been a big part of the last couple of years of Southern basketball. They had some struggles, and now they are closing in on a district championship. Will Johnson be able to keep that one in? No, he will not. It was a good attempt there. It was Wickline who was trying to find him. He came up just a hair long, and now Notre Dame will need to push the pace, and they'll need to push it fast. 44-31. Ruttman trying to go coast to coast, and he was fouled, and he gets it.
And that one's up there with Reed Brininger's in the first half. How did that go in?
What a shot, and maybe just the jolt of momentum. Still an 11-point lead, but this will make it a 10-point game. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Southern have shot 43.9% from the field. Notre Dame have shot 40.6%. Again, not a terrible shooting clip for Notre Dame. They just have had a lot of turnovers. Now Ruttman, the lefty, will score. Johnson fell over there in the lane. Now Brininger will inbound. 66 seconds remaining, and now he will take it off the inbound. It's going to be Wickline who would do it. Johnson will check out. Lane Edwards will come in. Nice round of applause there for Reese Johnson, who's had some nice moments off the bench today, the junior forward. Wickline gets it into Chandler. He's got to run. He's sprinting away through the fouls. Oh, I had Brininger there, I think, cutting. Chandler just gets it out. McGraw's trying desperately to foul him.
He's just so fast.
And now Andre Chandler will shoot some key free throws. 2 makes here would make it a full 4-score game. So you'd have to hit 4 threes.
With stops on the other end, too.
Right. Chandler first free throw, rims out.
He struggled tonight from the line.
He has. He only made 1 of his 3 so far. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. And he can't get the second one either. So Notre Dame with a chance here. Got to go quick. West now, it's down by, it's a 10-point game. King Ray over to Berger. Berger gonna jump step into the lane, had it poked away by Brininger. Wickline lost it. It's still with Notre Dame. Now Barbaritz around 1. Inside kick out to King Ray in the corner. Got to hurry this up. It's thrown away. Somehow West gets it back. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how the Titans still have it. This is taking too long for them though. McGraw, a little finger roll, no good. Brininger has it. And Southern can taste it.
And Portsmouth's giving up here.
West with 1 last foul. 20.8 seconds to go. And everybody on their feet in the corner.
Team is over the limit. Reed Brininger at the stripe.
Brininger with 14 and 7 to lead the way for the Tornadoes. Make it, nope, not quite. Looked like that was going to get the roll, it won't. And now I think Portsmouth Notre Dame, they're going to empty the bench.
All 5 coming off the floor.
Both McGraws, Barbaritz, King Ray, and now Southern will do the same.
You got seniors in this Portsmouth Notre Dame squad, and Bryce McGraw, Zion Berger, as well as Ethan Kingry.
Jerry Johnson.
Everybody else coming back.
Yeah, they'll be very solid again next year. Brininger stays in after taking the free throw, and now he'll check out. And look how much it means to him. 15 and 7 for Reed Brininger. Disappointment for him with Meggs at the Convo last year. It's a different story with a different uniform in 2026. 12 seconds. There's a long-range 3 cashed in by Ruttman. Nice shot there. Quickly up the floor. Throw it in. And that will do it. The Southern Tornadoes are district champs in D7.
And the Tornadoes are coming back to the Convo.
I have bad news for Lou. I don't think they're coming back to the Convo. I don't think. Maybe they will have the district semis at the Convocation Center. Let me check.
The
Lou
regional semis.
I don't really want to check my. I don't really want to check my knowledge against Lou's.
Yeah, that's kind of dangerous.
Right, I know. You're walking.
Southeast 1.
It's Southeast 2, I believe.
Southeast 2 is. They are going to be, at Ohio Dominican.
Yeah, they will not be back at the Convo. Unfortunately for them, they will not be back at the Convo. They will be at Ohio Dominican. All right, so score 1 for me, Lou, about 10,000. And look at that crowd.
Neither team shot well from the arc tonight.
No.
But Southern's pace, their defense, their experience is what helped them get the best of Portsmouth Notre Dame tonight. I mean, check this out on the side over here as well, right? And very, very tight-knit group.
Yes.
In the Southern Tornadoes.
Ethan Kingry.
Kingry now, and then we'll start the trophy ceremony. We'll just stay here through that. And I didn't even see that. We're getting the replay from our Total Media crew here. The tarps came off in the Southern student section there. Why not? Celebrate a district championship. As for Notre Dame, they come up just a game short in their bid to try and go back-to-back in the district championships. A great effort, a great season for them still, 18-6 overall. We already mentioned some of the seniors, Bryce McGraw, Ethan Kingray, Zion Berger. They'll have plenty of other talented players come back as well for this team. Of course, a coaching change mid-season again as well.
Kennedy McGraw.
It's always tough to navigate a coaching change in general, especially in the middle of a season. They did it so well. There's a reason they're here. They're a very good squad. You saw it in their win against Trimble.
Yep.
Garrett Barberitz.
They'll be good. They'll be back.
Sophomore sensation, the man with the motor, Archie West.
And West as well, sophomore. He'll be back. He had some great moments in this game as well. And for Portsmouth Notre Dame, it'll come up just short. Runners up in Southeast 1.
Josh Odie and his staff.
This is a moment a lot of Southern people have been thinking about for a long time.
Now they got their eyes set on something much larger.
They do.
As they head to regionals.
They will be. They'll celebrate this one today.
Trophy to the seniors of the Titans.
And then they will be back in action again. Ohio Dominican, they'll take on Malvern in the the regional semifinal round of the regional championship game, or the regional tournament, I should say. Sweet 16 of the OHSAA tournament. You win 2, you go to the Final 4, which is the state tournament.
They got here. The Tornadoes of Southern, your district champs.
Listen to that roar.
Please come forward as I call your name. Connor Fisher.
It's interesting, actually, an interesting dynamic. Of the 3 games we've had today, all of the winners have been on the far side of the Convocation Center here. It was Peebles first, who are where Southern are right now. Then it was Portsmouth West, who were over here on the left side. And now it's Southern again. So I guess Fairfield may well have a leg up, because that's where they'll be. South Webster will be over here.
In terms of the fans and where they're sitting.
Yes.
Far side from us.
Yes, far
side on the scores table, obviously.
Right. Behind the scores table.
Just a great performance tonight. And Andre Chandler willed this team to victory.
Big money off the bench, Reese Johnson.
Several steals, several buckets in transition. The passing was off the charts tonight from Chandler. He knows how to find open spots on the floor. He can see that floor. Our good friend Jake Strelak talks about this. Seeing the floor slowly and moving slowly through this game.
Reed Brenniger.
Andre Chandler does a great job of that. And here he comes.
Andre, the Giant Chandler.
Andre. Luke called him my man. That's pretty special stuff. He should feel honored for that.
Yeah, no kidding. There is Jeff Caldwell, the rest of that staff. Big hat tip to that whole crew. They were pretty clearly the best team in the TVC Hocking this year. We got the chance to call this team a couple of games when they saw Trimble over at the home of the Tomcats, played against Federal Hocking, some of our other Athens County area squads. And they rolled through the TVC, and they did very well in the non-con as well. Their only 2 losses to Caldwell and to Portsmouth, 2 bigger division schools, and now they get a district title to bring back to Racine. Big congratulations in order for the Southern Tornadoes, and the nets at the Convo will belong to them. Daniel, that'll wrap things up here for our 3rd game at the Convo. 1 more to go. We will roll here in just about 25 minutes. And it will be the Fairfield-Leesburg Lions, the 3 seed, taking on the number 2 seed, which are the South Webster Jeeps, who are also trying to defend a district championship. For our great stream crew and for Daniel Barnard, I've been Ethan Sargent saying so long. Congratulations to the Southern Tornadoes. 45-37, they take home the district championship in the Southeast 1. Southeast 2 coming up next, just about 25 or so minutes here from the Convocation Center. Our coverage here all week's been brought to you by Visit Athens County. It's more than a place, it's a place to belong. We'll see you in a few back at the Convo.
Thanks for watching Total Media's 2026 Convo coverage presented by Visit Athens County.